Hey guys, so I really enjoyed filming my simple winter makeup look. I think it was like last week or something I put it up. So I thought I would do another little makeup routine and show you how to get this sort of Christmas holiday inspired look. It's really simple, something you can just throw on maybe Christmas Day if you don't want to go crazy, you just want to be a bit relaxed but still have the statement makeup, your bold red lip. So yeah, I thought I would do another little video just on this makeup look here. So if you want to know how to get this look. Now for this look I have already just washed my face and moisturised it just so I prepped it for this, and now I'm just going to smile for the camera, of course, make sure I'm focused, and I'm just going to go in with my Kiko concealer, and this is in the shade Soft Focus 01. I just like to run this under my eyes and just a little bit around my nose, and then any other spots or anything I have that I want to cover up. I only got this concealer a couple of weeks ago. Before that I'd never used a concealer, but I like just running it under my eyes. It helps to brighten up my face a little bit. I don't use it in excess. Here it looks like I'm putting on a lot, but this concealer takes a while to come out. There's a little clicky thing at the end of it, but you sort of have to click it quite a few times and then shake it a little bit as well, so it looks like I'm putting a lot on, but actually there's not that much coming out, so that's why it takes a little while here. But I just like to run a little bit around the edge of my nose, sometimes just a little bit of redness, or if I have any spots then just on my cupid's bow and a little bit on my chin as well. And then I also like to put a little bit just around the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose, because sometimes I get quite red there, or if I have sort of bigger pores or anything like that, I like to just cover those up a little bit. And then if I have any left on the brush, I just sort of find any other bits that I might want to cover up. I don't really use too many. I do look a bit funny here, it looks like war paint. And then after that I'm just going to buff the concealer into my skin, and for that I'm just going to use the Real Techniques buffing brush. So I just buff it all in, make sure you can't see any of it. And I really like this concealer, it goes very well with my skin tone, so when you buff it in you can't really see it at all. And it helps to give a nice sort of illuminating look to my skin, especially underneath my eyes, where I can sometimes get dark circles from day-to-day life, and then if I don't get enough sleep as well. Now after this I'm going to go in with my powder, and this is the Maybelline New York Super Stay 24-hour waterproof powder, and I have the shade 04 Fawn, and I'm just putting that onto my face with the Real Techniques blush brush. I really like this foundation, or this powder, because it's not quite light. I just like to run it all over my face, and then on my chin and my ears as well, just to blend it all in. I don't really wear a foundation too often because I feel it's a little bit heavy on my skin, so this powder is quite light, and it also gives me a nice coverage as well, and I don't feel like I'm wearing a heavy powder or anything like that. Then next, for just a little bit of colour on my cheeks and a little bit of highlight, I'm going in with the Benefit Sugarbomb, and again I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush. I really like this Sugarbomb. It's sort of a blush, but it also has a little bit of a highlight and a little bit of bronze in it as well. It comes in a little box, and there's 4 colours in it, and you just swirl them all together. So I like to just run that over the apples of my cheeks and then a little bit up into my temple as well, just to give me a little bit of colour. Now I'm just going to go in next with my Rimmel London Scandalise eyeshadow paint, and this is in the colour 011 Mercury Silver. So I'm just using this as like a base for my eyeshadow. I find that when I use a sort of gel paint type eyeshadow like this first, it helps my eyeshadow to stay on a little bit longer. So I'm just using this. It has a really handy applicator, which is sort of like a lip gloss applicator, so I just put that all over my lid like so, and I think it helps to give you that first colour, and then it also helps my powder eyeshadow to stay on longer. So after I've put that on, I just pat it in with my finger just to blend it out a little bit so it's not as harsh. So just blend that all out with my finger like so. I found that when I concentrate and do my makeup, my mouth sort of stays open a lot, so I am sorry about that. Now next up I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow. Now I'm using this W7 in the Buff Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette, and the first colour I'm going to use is the colour Storm. So I just want that, this is like sort of a steel grey dark silver colour, I suppose you'd call it. So I'm just putting that on the outer corner of my eye. So I'm going to try create a smoky eye effect, but with silver instead of browns, so silvers and steel greys, just for a little bit of a Christmassy theme. So I'm just putting this dark colour on the outer corner of my eye and then in my crease as well, just to create a little bit of definition. Now for this I'm just using my Kiko 203 Eyes eyeshadow brush. It just has a nice flat brush on it that I can get into my crease and everything, and it's just really easy to work with. So I'm just putting that all over in the corner on each of my eye. I'm just trying to build up the darkness a little bit. I don't want it too dark, but I don't want it too bright either. So I'm just trying to build up the pigment of the eyeshadow just in the corner. Now after that, just to give a little bit more lightness in a second, after I put on a little bit more darkness, I'm going to be using the eyeshadow Silk, which is just a little bit lighter. There it is, that's the Silk. So it's just a little bit brighter of a sort of a silvery tone. So I'm just putting that all over the rest of my lid, just from the inner corner out until I hit the darkness, and then just giving it a little bit blending. I'm just using the same brush, so I'm just putting a little bit more in my inner corner as well, just to give it a little bit of a highlight. And just the same on the other eye. You can see it sort of creates a very silvery on the inside, and then it's a little bit darker just on the outside of your eye, so it creates like a smoky eye type effect. I'm just looking for my next eyeshadow. It's taking a very long time. I don't know which one I'm going to use. Oh, I'm just putting a little bit of the darker colour underneath my eye, the first shadow I used, just to create a little bit of a sort of eyeliner type effect just under my eye a little bit, because I don't really wear eyeliner too much on my bottom waterline, so I like to just run a little bit of a darker eyeshadow just underneath my eye, just to give it a little bit of colour. And after that I'm just using a Real Techniques contour brush just to blend it all in on my eyes, just so there's no sharp edges or anything like that. Just blend it all together so it looks flawless, and you don't sort of just have a line of dark and a line of light. So I really like this shadow for Christmas. It's very Christmassy with the silver, and then with the red lip we're going to do later as well. So that is it for the eyeshadow. I'm just putting a little bit more of the dark on the outsides. Just I thought that I need a little bit more of the dark shadow just to make it a bit more bold after I'd blended it all in. So I'm just putting a little bit more of the dark shadow on the outer corner of my eye and then just blending that in again. Then I'm just checking to make sure I have it the way I want it. Now I'm just going to go in with my mascara, and this is the Pupa Vamp mascara, and I really love this mascara. It has a nice big wand and it really gives you a nice bold, really elongates your lashes. I got it as a Christmas present. It is an Italian brand, but I haven't been able to find it online, so I'm going to have to try find it somewhere. And of course I just poked myself in my eye with my mascara brush, which happens quite a lot, but you know, so I'm being very careful and slow on my other eye. But I really love this mascara, but I am running out, so I'm gonna have to try find a way to get another one. But it really, with only a couple of strokes, it really elongates your lashes and makes them look amazing. So I just put that on both of my top lashes. I like to do a couple of coats just to make sure I have all of the lashes. And I don't really put any mascara on my bottom lashes. I just don't like the way it looks. Sometimes I do, but for this look I decided not to because I just didn't like the way it really looked. So next up we're on to lips, and I am using the Catrice Cosmetics, and this is a precision lip liner, and it's in the shade 080 Read My Lips. When I'm using a really dark lipstick, I do like to line my lips. Just it makes it easier, one, to put on the lipstick, and I do think it makes it last that little bit longer. So I just like to outline my lips and do look a little bit like a clown now with this, but I do think it really helps the lipstick to last that little bit longer. I do like to colour in my lips a little bit, so like this I'm sort of making a very thick line. I think it just makes it a bit easier then when you're putting on your lipstick. So I like to make quite a thick line and maybe colour in half of my lips just before I even put my lipstick on, and I also think it makes it last that little bit longer as well and stops it from bleeding. Now, after making my crazy faces, I'm going to go in with my lipstick. Now this is a red lipstick, and I think it is from Rimmel London. I'm not too sure though because the name has been worn off, but I will try to find out and leave it in the description below. But it is in the colour Passion Red 535, but it's just a really nice, rich, dark red lipstick, and it's really red. I find some red lipsticks have orange tones, but this one is very much a red toned lipstick, and I think it's really great for Christmas Day. It's really nice, bright, bold out there. So I'm just putting that all over my lips, and just yeah. As you can see, I'm still getting used to the filming of a makeup video. My face wasn't really in the camera screen there. And then of course you have to fix your hair a little bit, and this is the finished look. So it is very simple holiday Christmas look, just a silvery eye and then a nice bold red lip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little makeup tutorial, and if you did, please let me know, and I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Bye!